Hello everyone, this is Karim Fahmy. I'm an Azure solution architect. Last time I posted two videos about Microsoft Azure application on the mobile phone, and we talked about the Cloud Shell terminal and we did some demos. And sorry for after this, I had a lot of projects and a different engagement, personal ones. So now I'm back again because I was committed to continue with you this series that many people ask me to continue as introducing Microsoft Azure services and what actually we can do with Microsoft Azure from the perspective of architecture. Okay, so today we are not gonna do a specific demo. Today just we're gonna do um, um, some cruising all over the Azure environment. So just a quick briefing about Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft Azure actually is kind of for the companies. It's their own data center. So it's like your own private data center, but it's located at Microsoft. There's a lot of servers there and a lot of features and things that it might cost you a lot if you want to host it on premises. So the series is gonna be on the level of the beginners, intermediates, and advanced level, and also it will encourage people that who are working with high-end systems on premises to move to Azure and would like to help them how to be a hybrid cloud admins, hybrid cloud architects, so they can use their own premises with Azure and extending both together and doing migrations and doing site recoveries or backups and a lot of different features that you can benefit from it. So simply, we're gonna do some cruising today on Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft Azure services, we have a lot of different services. Actually, I'm not doing a traditional training, or this is a not traditional tutorials, but actually we are doing like a discussion or like doing a briefing on Azure. Then we're gonna start our series later in the next sessions. So simply, when you open Microsoft Azure, this is the interface of Microsoft Azure. And first of things, you're going to find something called resource groups. So resource groups is kind of your container that contains all of your resources. Um, and the location of the resource groups can be in a different regional or geographical area, such as the example in front of you. So you can host your things all over the data centers of Microsoft all over the world, as you can see here. Okay. And a lot of services that we're gonna talk about later. So we're gonna talk about the resource groups as starters and how you can benefit from it and how you can organize your resources. Then we're gonna talk about the computing and networking and the storage and also web services. Mobile, not really. I'm not a fan of this now, but maybe later. And containers, sure, and databases, analytics, maybe somehow. AI machine learning, also I'm not a big fan of this because I'm not the expert here. But we can engage some experts later in this part. And Internet of Things, and also integrations, identity, security, DevOps, migrations, management tools, Intunes, this is the user end functionalities, and a lot of other things. So for sure, we're not gonna cover most of it, but what actually I am the part that I'm expert in is the infrastructure as a service and how we can relate what we are gonna say to this to the architecture perspective. So you can become an Azure architect and also you can do your own premises projects, or if your company is starting your project to have an Azure environment, so you keep on the same track. Okay, so I hope we start together a lot of different sessions next coming, and I think the next coming ones is gonna be the resource groups. This is gonna be the starters, and then we're gonna talk about maybe I will start with the virtual networks, not the virtual machines, because the basic stuff that you have to start with is the networks, because this is the base of your infrastructure. And I will tell you later about why we should start with the networks, because it's kind of a building. So if you are building like a big tower, so you have to build the base right, because each time you need to increase a level in your tower, so it should be supported on the level of the infrastructure. Otherwise, in Azure, it's not flexible. Actually, it's not very flexible, because if you didn't build it the right way, so you might suffer in future and you have to destroy some of your infrastructure and repeat it again. So I hope you enjoyed this quick cruising, and let's meet later. Have a nice day. Bye.